Welcome to Sam Outside. I'm Sam and I'm outside. Wanted to share with you that my participation in nature therapy, in forest bathing, is not only something that I practice myself, but it's also something that I coach or teach as a certified forest therapy guide. And despite the foo-foo reactions I sometimes get, it is science-based, all right? It's been 40 plus years that there have been a number of studies from different governments and different organizations, different universities across the globe, recognizing that there are benefits to spending time outside. It's more than just how, and it's more than just why, but it's something that we believe. It's something that used to be part of who we were as a species on this planet. And it's only been in the past couple hundred years that we've become further and further removed from that. So modern research is making strides and efforts in succeeding in understanding and advocating through research that there are benefits. I'm sharing this with you because I'm on the road to recovery. I just had oral surgery. All right. I'm in my 50s and I just had 4 wisdom teeth that were in. They were doing fine until they got a cavity. And so I had one wisdom tooth that had a cavity, and several attempts as part of my regular 3-month checkup in, and right, they do the scaling, they do the cleaning, and then they're like, yeah, it's the cavity's still there. Yeah. Well, we can't get at it. You should just have your wisdom teeth removed. And they'd been in for, like 30 years. They were fine until they weren't. So yeah, I finally pulled the trigger. They made the appointment for me because I just couldn't do it myself. 30 years experience proving that. But once the appointment was made, I showed up. And so I've been on the road to recovery. And so yeah, it's been a liquid diet, a lot of bone broth, and a lot of hard-boiled eggs and avocado. But it's also been medications, right? The prescriptions that they gave. Now, as somebody who does not take drugs, I don't take things for pain. When it's prescribed, I do my part and I follow the plan. I actually record, right? Like every 4 to 6 hours, every 6 to 8 hours, and I record it, right? Because it's something a medical professional has told me to do. But I also know that there are some natural remedies for things. So while supporting my own healing, my own recovery, I have been adding to my own physical, mental, and emotional health by doing this. I've still been going outside despite my lack of energy, despite the pain, despite the swelling, despite the discomfort. Being outside calms. Being outside in nature heals. But part of what I also know about medicinal plants is part of, just the habit of rinsing with salt water for my oral hygiene, is I've been trying to control my inflammation, which means I've been drinking a couple liters of tea a day. And what I know is that in order to support my healing, I've got to also support my liver because of the Tylenol 3s and the amoxicillin and the other things that they give me for, the recovery process. So cloves. Yeah, I've got a couple cloves in my mouth throughout the day. It's in my tea. They're inexpensive, they're accessible, and they do really help with oral health. And to support that also, turmeric. All right, so you can get turmeric teas, but you can also get processed turmeric, or you can just get turmeric root and chop it up and add it in. So yeah, and garlic, all right, just for my immune boosting. So I want anti-inflammatory, I want oral health, I want liver support, all right, and chicory root. All right, it's again, I've got chicory growing all over the place. All right, I've got dandelion root growing all over the place. I've got so many plants that most people just consider weeds, and I've learned to recognize them. I've learned to harvest them. I've learned to store them, and I've learned to use them. And so, there was a time in history where it's just common practice. Everybody knew this, all right, but we've lost some of it. So it has been a journey of learning and growth. And now that's paying for itself in my journey of healing. So yeah, I'm recovering nicely. I'm looking forward to eating solid foods again. I'm looking forward to the dissolving stitches popping out of my face any day now. I'm looking forward to going back to the dentist without a cavity, right? And I don't know what I'm going to do with all that room in my mouth now that I've got 4 adult teeth gone. More room for words. All right. So nature heals, nature calms, and despite miracles, modern science and medicine, we've been healing ourselves for a long, long time with what nature provides. So it's not the only path, but it is another path. All right. I can walk 2 paths. All right. Thank you very much for watching. And if you're interested, just delve down the rabbit hole. There are a lot of resources online, in print, right? Oral traditions, telling us, sharing with us what we've always known, we've just forgotten, all right? That nature heals and nature grows. All those things that can help support our physical, mental, and emotional health. All right. Thanks for watching. I appreciate that. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.